Hi. I am early today because it worked on the first try. Usually I have to give it 3 tries and wait for it to connect, but it connected first try today, so here we are. Welcome in. A lot of crafts today. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Sunday night. I hope this is a good time for you to sit and relax and unwind. I have a couple of projects today. We're going to do a resin cake topper. I already poured it. I'm just going to reveal it and show you how I customize it. But actually, I've never made this mold before, so we're going to test it and see how it stands up. I'm going to make a candle from the Michaels haul that I had like 2 weeks ago now. We didn't have time to get to it last week, so we're going to make it this week. And if I have time, I can do something else, but I got a little something in the mail that I'd like to share with you too. So we'll get to that and have a little conversation about the creative activities that you all are doing. So as you come into the room, say hi so I can see you're here. No guarantee I can see you here. Say hi. And if you can invite a friend in also within your virtual room that you're in there, that would be awesome. So we can get some more people in here sharing the creative fun that we always have. I know we have 2 more minutes to 8 o'clock. I do see some people in already. That just means that you saw me pop on and yours is working too. Hi, how are you? So in the meantime, let me show you this great find that I had. This is a fantastic little find, just killing time till everybody gets in the room at 8 o'clock. Hi, Pat. I was in Dollar General yesterday, and I found the best glitter paper ever. What I like about it, well, there's 5 sheets. It's a little on the expensive side, but there's 5 sheets. Look how glittery it is. And what I like about it is the back is, see this kind of shiny, it's like a high gloss material instead of a matte material. This high gloss will come off very nicely off the Cricut mat. When it's paper or construction paper or something, it sticks to the mat, but this high gloss back will come off really nice off the Cricut mat. So there's a couple, 5 colors in this thing. Look at that. Oh, my goal originally yesterday when I bought it was to cut stars out of all the colors and line them on the tables that we had at an event last night, but I just didn't have time to cut them all out. So I ended up with 2 packets of this paper. It's a little on the expensive side, but the savings that you'll incur when you can get it off the Cricut mat will make up for that pricing easily, because I have wrecked so many sheets of paper putting paper on the Cricut mat, and the mat's just too heavy to take it. Let me just pull it out here and show it to you. Hang on a second. All right, here's my Cricut mat. It's a disaster. It's got all junk on it. But here's the sheet. Let me do this so you can see it. I just want to see it come off. So here's the Cricut mat. I would put it on here, run it through the Cricut. Sticks on there pretty good, right? If it was paper, when you go to pull it, I mean, you lose your cuts and all kinds of stuff. This shiny stuff removes very nicely from the Cricut mat. So that is my tip for the day. I was super excited when I saw that paper and how easily that comes off. So if you're just joining, hi, welcome in. If you could, invite somebody in to join us too, so we can have some more people in the room, more ideas, more input. I'm talking about some glitter paper that I found yesterday at Dollar General. Yeah, I've been to the dollar store and Dollar General so many times, I'm getting them mixed up. Hi, Megan. Everyone, Megan Anderson is in the room. She was a superstar last night in a cabaret for Skyville Community Theater. She was wonderful. So, hi, Megan. And cousin Dana is here from San Francisco. Hi, Dana. We were talking about hair earlier. Hi, Dana. Okay, so that's all what I have there for that. But what I wanted, and here's the projects that I wanted to show you. Hi, Lorraine. Hi from Skyville. Also another superstar from Skyville Community Theater's cabaret yesterday. Great MC. I am going to work on a wedding cake topper. I poured this the other day and thought I'd just hold on to it until I saw you guys so that you could see it come out and see what I'm doing with it. This is the first time that I've used this, and what you can see the mold here. This is a base and this is the top. A lot of times people will use these for like a memorial. You know, you put somebody's picture on there and or whatever. I thought it would be a beautiful cake topper. We're doing a small wedding shower, and the cake, we just got a small round. So this is what I poured for the cake topper. Hopefully I didn't bite off more than I can chew because I don't even know if it's going to stand. But here's what it looks like. I just did it in silver, and I'm going to put white wording so you can see that there. So let me take these out. Well, that popped out easy. It's been sitting in here for a couple days. So there's this stand. What's going to happen is that heart's going to sit in there. But that looks pretty nice. That's, well, of course it's always going to be nice. Looks like resin. So there's that. Okay. Part one. And then here's the heart. I hadn't taken the heart out yet. Now, the thing, I didn't fill this all the way to the top. You see that little gap there? I left it, I left a little opening because if I put words in there, I want to cover it with clear resin and make it look like glass over the words. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but let's see what this looks like first when it comes out. You know what? It's because I'm a sucker for glitter. But look how good that looks. Now the back is a little less entertaining because the glitter sunk, but that does not make me mad because that's going to be the front. Let's see if it stands up. I keep my fingers crossed because I haven't done this yet. So there's the little stand here, right? Oh, that's awesome. I'm sorry I can't get you any closer than that because I don't have my, I didn't do this on my phone, but that's going to be, so here we go. That's going to be on top of the cake. I'll just put it on the bowl. We're going to have a little cake round and then put that on there. Okay. That really is awesome. You have to be a giant glitter fan, but she's getting what she's getting. Look at that. That is cool. Okay. So what I did was prior to us getting together tonight, I did print out on my Cricut. I already printed it out and I already weeded it. The word misses. So see that? Can you see that right there? So I was thinking I was going to put this like right in the center there. It's her party, right? It's not like the wedding or anything. So I'm thinking I'm going to put that on there. And do we agree that this is not the good side, that this is the better side? It's really nice. I don't want to overdo it for glitter. No, I'm doing it. Okay. Decisions on the fly. Executive decision. Putting it on the flat side. It sunk a little. I mean, it did stay pretty well suspended across, but this side's way more dynamic than this side for a cake topper. And just look at the edges, though. Look at, even the edges are really great suspended. Okay, so I'm going to put that misses right there in the center. And then let's see how that comes out. So if you're just popping in, I'm making a wedding cake topper for a small shower. And I just wanted to see how this came out with you. Let's see here. I'm going to have to stand up so I can see this. I did actually put my Cricut on the transfer tape on the lines to match the lines. Normally I don't care and I just slap it on there, but I really wanted this to be normal level. And then I'm going to take my my little squeeze here and make sure those are on there. That's a really fine writing. Isn't that pretty? And I want to make sure that I don't lift any of that scroll up. There's also a dot after the misses that you will never see because of all that glitter. But it's awesome. Hey, Megan, if you want to come over and do crafts, I'm sure we could get a couple people together. Like Lorraine would probably do it. She loves popping out all these little resin molds. We could make a little event out of it if you want. I know you're always watching, and you're always so enthusiastic when I give you something that I made. We had a cabaret yesterday, and I made everybody purse charms with their. It was a purse charm, and then it was a gold charm with their initial on it. All right, I'm gonna take that off. I am loving this. Oh my goodness, look at that. There's so much glitter on there. I don't know if you can see the misses. Maybe I'll hold it back here. Yes, maybe. Oh, I got some. It looks great. It's pretty. Okay, so it's going good. Yes, please. I need to get back into crafting. You got it. Plus, also, I do this alone all the time because I make content and I'm doing all this stuff, and I could use some company. And then you'll be in more videos. No bloopers. All right, so there we go. This came together so fast. I was not expecting that. There's the cake topper. By the way, this resin is food safe resin, so it has to cure. And this is dry and cure. But you want it to cure, but oh, it's not gonna break. But you want to make sure if you do something that's connected to food, so you know, a utensil or something on cups, or a cake topper where it's going to touch the cake, you use food safe resin. Yay! I think that's a success. I would call this cake topper a success. Okay. I don't need it for another week, but oh, it's beautiful. It deserves a glamour shot picture and its own post. Sorry. Thank you, Michael. I did hear that. Thank you for the stars for the glitter heart. You're hilarious. Oh, you're so funny. Thank you so much. Hi, Mary Ellen. If you're just joining, I just want to show you, we just made we didn't just make it, we just customized. I poured a resin heart with a base that a lot of people use for like memorial hearts or something like that, but I made it into a wedding topper. I used white and silver glitter, and then I used a really fancy scroll on my Cricut and just appliqued it onto there, and that's going to be the cake topper for a bridal shower. Now, the other thing I might do, depending on, this would never get tons of abuse because it's just probably a one-time use, let's be honest, but I would probably take the UV resin, put it on the top of here and smooth it out, and then just harden it over the letters, because I actually do really like that visual of the letters looking like they're embedded in the glass. So that's for later. I don't want to hold up on the candle thing because I'm not entirely sure how long that's going to take. So you'll remember, here's the supplies. You'll remember the haul from Michael's. Let me just move that back a little bit. I cracked open the box to make one of the candles. I already threw the box out, sorry. I had to clean before we started today because it was a disaster from the cabaret and all the stuff we did for the cabaret. Hi, Rachel, how are you? I expect to see some posts from you soon for doing some kind of craft. I don't know what. So here's the wax packet from the candle, and here's the jar. We're going to go over to the microwave that's in my back corner, and we are going to go, apparently, we're going to go melt this wax first. No, we're not. We're going to use these other pieces first. So what it's telling me to do is to adhere the wick in here first. If anybody's got one of these from Michael's and you've made one, I think you might be able to drop a picture in this group. If not, you can do a picture elsewhere on my page. All right, so this is the wick. The wick has this little, I don't know, clippy thing. I think that's the official term. Clippy thing. And a piece of wood. It's like a little thing. So these snap together. Please don't break. Please don't break. All right, so they snap together. And then there's a sticker that goes in the bottom. It goes in the bottom of your glass. Let's make sure we put it in the middle. Okay, that's where it's staying because it's sticking really good, and I put it in. It's not exactly center, but live and learn. And then this thing, see what's in here? This thing goes onto here. So if you have one of these kits, make sure you get that right the first time. All right. So there's that. There's the sticker, the clippy thing, and the wood wick. So that goes in here. All right, now I'm going to take you over to the microwave with the wax. And that is, how many seconds? 2 minutes. All right. Careful. This will be one of those videos where like they go viral because the person falls over and disappears. It's a little dark back here. It just has to adjust. All right, so I'm taking this wax, and by the way, this is a coconut soy wax seeds. They're all a bunch of little beads, if you can see them. Here, wait, I'll pull them out. You have to crack this open. What the heck? All right, I gotta get scissors. Hang on. Stare at my microwave. Okay. By the way, I can like pretty much survive down here. There's a microwave, a Keurig, a refrigerator stocked with drinks. I can disappear and be down here for days. Right here. Here's the beads. Let me just show them to you. See the beads? There's like a ton of them. They don't smell like anything. All right. 2 minutes. All right. While that's working. It fell over. Okay, more. Do you want to watch the chaos unfold? Here we go. It fell over. Hang on. This is a rather high bag for this small microwave, but we're gonna do it anyway. I gotta get it off the door, otherwise I'm gonna have wax all over. Okay, here we go. Got it. Let me put this a little smaller because it's sitting on the top of the microwave. There we go. All right, so that's going for 2 minutes. Let me check any things like. Oh yeah, my craft room. Rachel said my craft room is like a bunker. It really is. It really is. I have a TV, a Netflix, and a fireplace, and then I have a fridge, a microwave, a thing, whatever. The only thing I don't leave down here is food in case there's like, you know, it's the basement. It's downstairs. I don't want to get any bugs in it or anything. I see Mary's here. Hi, Mary. How you doing? So what we're doing is we're currently melting wax to make a candle. I got a light behind my head. And we just did a wedding topper. If you guys have anybody else you want to invite into the room, now would be the time to do it. We're about to make a big mess with wax. Might be something to see. In 1 more minute. Hard to say. I got a little bit of wax here on the microwave. On the fridge. So the first time I ever made candles, I didn't know what I was doing. After I poured it into the mold, and it will be molds just like the molds that I have for resin. I then poured whatever I didn't need, or as I was cleaning out, in the drain. It hardens in the drain. So now you have a candle drain. So do not do that. Also resin, don't do that down the drain either. All right, hang on. Big mess. So over on this wall, you've seen my baseball tumbler collection coming to life. So that sits up here, and I have all the glitter sitting up here. If anybody who's here tonight hasn't seen my room, I have all these different ice colors, as well as every different kind of glitter. This is just the glitter that's too big to fit on my wall back there, which is quite a lot. I just recased all of my little projects here. So these are all, and they're color sorted. These are all resin things that I've already poured. Oh, there's glass. It rang. Ornaments, I have them sorted by color. So anything that I've already poured or that I'm ready to use as a gift or ready to mail to someone, I can just pick it off the shelf and do it. And then here's my baseball tumbler collection, which I think is at 12 or 13. Which is almost halfway done, but we're way past half the season. So I don't know if I'm going to get those done this season. And I heard the wax. Let's see what we got. It's drippy, but it's not liquid. What would we say? Put it in more? 1 more minute. Let's do it. All right. Please don't fall over. Okay. It's really this is like chocolate chips. You're only going to do a little bit at a time because you don't want it to. Did I just see you have 200 bottles of glitter? Mary has 200 bottles of glitter? Where do you keep it? I need to see a picture of that. I have I have some glitter to show you. Lorraine, who's in this room this evening, she sent me, or she gave me, because she lives close by, glitter. I bet you I have the oldest glitter around. She gave me glitter from a show when they did The King and I. How many years ago, Lorraine? You might have to chime in. And I have some of the oldest containers. I don't even know what those companies are. All right, let's see how we're doing. Ooh, we're getting very liquidy. See how that's turning yellow? That's all fluid. Not exactly finished, but getting pretty close. Look at that. God forbid I better not drop it on my computer. All right, a couple more seconds. This is nerve-wracking, honestly. I feel like I need suspenseful music. Anybody have any music to interject into this? Mary, the owner of 200 jars of glitter, has a shelf that her husband made her. Is it in color order? That's the next question. Do you have them in color order, like rainbow order? You're actually all making me think that maybe I could put glitter in the candle. I'm sure you could, but I'm going to do it exactly like the instructions say this time, and then I'm going to start messing around with the other ones that I have. The next one, I'm going to put all kinds of other stuff in it. For those of you who aren't watching the comments, Mary did say, yes, she has them all in order. Of course she does. This is looking good. There's a little bit. Oh, maybe if I stir it, it's just going to melt. All right, let's do that. All right. For sanity's sake, I'm going to take it back to my table, and then I'm going to come back and get the computer. Hang on. Very nerve-wracking. Nerve-wracking. This is the glitter I'm going to show you from Lorraine when we're done. Okay. I got the glitter action going. I mean the wax going. Yeah, it's all melted. I'm just stirring it up because there's a little bit of white, of those little white tablets are left, but I think we're good. I just wanted to make sure that it all got in there. All right. Then it came with scent. I was going to say flavoring, but it came with flavoring. Do not drink it. It came with scent. And we're going to pour this whole thing. Cherry blossom. Yeah, very scenty. I'm just going to pour the whole thing in there. Like I said, I'm just going to do exactly what the instructions were. Just to make sure we don't screw it up. Jenny, you can make candles from the road. Mail your crafts all over. All right. Now, we're going to pour it in the... Oh, I'm left-handed. I should put the camera on the other side so I'm not always blocking you. All right. Oh, it's so smooth. It's slick. Sorry, I couldn't talk. I had to be really quiet there for a second. I was worried. I didn't want to spill it. All right. All right, this is our current status. There's the wick. The amount of wax they gave leaves just a little bit of the wick at the top visible. And then as that cools, there's these, I think we talked about it when I first bought it, but for those of you who don't have a candle or hadn't seen a candle making kit from Michael's, this theme is Love and Bloom. It's going with the cake topper in terms of a little gift. And it has little wax hearts. So as soon as this starts to cool and solidify, you'll decorate the top of the candle with the wax hearts so that they can also melt while you're melting the rest of the candle. So as this cools, we'll wait for this to turn a little bit white, and then we'll put these toppers on there. I actually have lots of different wax things I could drop in there. Okay, we're doing it just the way the box said for this one time before we start adding all my little things to it. So each component is broken out into a different bag, so it's very organized. If you end up with a bag left over, then you missed putting something in there. And then there's a sticker to decorate the jar with when we're done. And also, this was interesting. There's a sticker that goes on the bottom of the jar that has a warning. So if you give it to someone, it's like, don't leave flame unattended and things like that. So in its entirety, like this whole set is really quite adorable. So it has everything that it needs to decorate the jar and whatnot. I might get a different sticker, a wedding UV DTF sticker. This is a little boring. But no, I'm going to make the first one exactly the way the box said. So we have a sample so we can see what was in the box. And then I did get multiples. Of course I did. And then I'll mess around with the other ones and see what I can add there. So, hi, Sherry. I saw Sherry just popped in a minute ago. I have a fun little story about Sherry. If you hadn't seen my post today, yesterday in the mail, I got a beautiful card from Sherry. I'm not going to read it here, but she had in it a sublimation bookmark. So see that, and you know how that works, right? It goes on a book like that, and then it clips the book open. Sherry's a fabulous card maker. For as long as I've known her, she always delivers these beautiful handmade cards to everybody for Christmas and for thank yous too, apparently. So she made this beautiful card and sublimated, but you might not think that's a big deal, and it's only one thing. That she just learned sublimation because we've been doing this together. So I'm thrilled that she got brave enough and dove in and tried sublimation because it is so fun. Sherry, did you have a good time with it? Sherry also included bookmark blanks for me to make some of my own so I can put them in the blind date with a book or, put them on my little hanger over there. But fantastic and just so kind, but it really is. The reason I want to do this is to give everybody permission to have fun and make a mess and all of that. And here it was. She actually did all that. I'm sure she made a mess. I'm sure you printed it frontwards and backwards and did all of those things. And it came out beautiful. So I wanted to share that with everybody because I think it's important that you take an action. You do something different, right? You just try something new. You have some other sublimation fans in the room here, Sherry. So Mary is in the room. She's tried sublimation. Sherry said she did enjoy it, and she's sure she will do more. I'm doing a couple of things, again, for that wedding shower that I mentioned. I'm making an apron that will have the new name on it, or maybe Mrs. or something on it, and a couple of assorted kitchen things that have the new last name on it. So I will either record those or maybe save them for next weekend and do them next weekend here with you guys. And so I don't think Mary and Sherry were here, but when we first started, I did a cake topper. So this is a cake topper that I put together. Clear resin, put silver and white glitter in it, and then just customized it with my Cricut with a fancy scroll. So that's going to go on the top of the cake. This is food safe resin because it's going to come in contact with food, and it came out pretty stinking nice. The candle is still cooling off. I kind of question if I needed to turn the whole thing into liquid, but I didn't want to follow the directions exact, because it's only going to just reharden anyway. I feel like if you can pour it, then you can get it in there even if there's still some white in there, because who's going to see the white if it ended up in the center? I don't know. I have my doubts. All right, so that's taking a little while. I guess it's already been a half an hour. How does this happen so fast? Maybe I can make it cool off. I don't know. Oh, I'll show you Lorraine's glitter while we're waiting again. All right. All right, so Lorraine stopped over the other day. She gave me glitter that was used about 30 years ago in The King and I at Schuylerville Community Theater, which is the theater group that I'm affiliated with, and that I've been the president of for the past couple of years. And does this look like old glitter containers or what? This is theater glitter, baby. So there's some that you can see through. I mean, this is big glitter. Silver, no, gold, white. It's like snowy looking. I would love to see some pictures from that. Look at this one. These are giant glitters, and there's a whole bunch of these. I'm sure they're in bags because they're going to leak. Actually, this was not even open. This is like a time capsule of glitter. I gotta open these. This was not even open. This is silver, but there you go. Hammett glitter. So theater glitter. This has a little bit of history to it. I think if I make some more projects for my theater friends, they're gonna have to have the history glitter in it. Here we go. Wow. All right. It would be nice to see some costumes there made with this glitter. But anyway, it's a huge bag. Now that I realized I should be making some theater gifts with this historical glitter, I'm kind of excited. So we'll have to get back to that. All right. I think this is starting to do pretty good. It's starting to turn white, back to white. See that? I'm just afraid if I put a heart in the top, it's going to sink. Let's just try one before we go, because I want you to see the whole thing. I don't know. Is it going to sink? We'll put a white one in case if it sinks, we won't ruin it. Right here. It's cute. It's not sinking. All right, we'll do it then. Just push it in a little bit. Oh, it's cute. Oh, sorry, my left hand's blocking again. My mom sent me an article the other day. They used to try to cure left-handers. I venture to say there's a lot of crafty people that are left-handers. Doesn't that mean you're creative if you're left-handed? This is so cute. I really do like this a lot. All right. But I don't want to put the pink ones close to each other. Should have thought this through. Now I'm going to have two pink ones right next to each other. I'm moving one. I have tweezers. Tweezers. I have tweezers somewhere. I don't know where they are. No, they're getting hard in there. Ah! All right, whatever. I'll just put it over here. All right, so I dropped all the hearts in there at the top. They're all gonna whatever, coagulate in there. And that'll be that. And there you go. We made the candle from Michael's. All right, so when that turns completely white, I will light it and take a glamour shot and post it on my page so everybody can see it when it was like totally, totally done and lit. I was going to give it to Rachel for her wedding shower, but I don't love it. I want to add some other things to it. So we'll light it and I'll take a picture. So with that, any comments? You guys like post any comments here if there's anything that you want to say. Glitter makes everything look better. Thanks, Lynn. Hi, Lynn. Lynn's here. See her. You can see her in the comments. She's an outstanding crafter and painter and talent. So I love having her in here. And she sends me pictures and ideas all the time, like just endless amounts of ideas. I could do these shows for the rest of the year with all of those. So with that, I think we're good for the evening. We spent 30 minutes together. Hopefully you're ready for your week this week. Next week, I hope to see you we'll do some sublimation. I'm going to do the apron that I mentioned and a cutting board. If no one has seen a cutting board, a glass cutting board get sublimated, I'd be happy to do that with you. And if I have enough time to make a pattern to do one of these bookmarks in return and as a thank you to Sherry who sent them to me, I'll do a bookmark too. So we'll do some sublimation next week, and then the following we're going to make some butter. We're going to go to a different room. We'll go do some creative living in a different room of the house. So thank you for joining me tonight, and I hope you have a great week. I will see you online. Good night. Bye.